Welcome to episode 25 of Tools in the Hall. It's been a while since I've shot one of these videos. I've been making some other content that I hope you've been finding interesting anyway. I've been doing some air tool repairs, and we've done a really cool shop tour with Cass Nichols and Robert Whitley, and I've been trying to spice things up a little bit and change up the content. So it's been a little while since I sat down and shot one of these. I hope I remember how to do it. In the meantime, though, I noticed that as I look at my analytics for my YouTube channel, most folks who watch this channel haven't subscribed. Is that you? If you wouldn't mind, please click the subscribe button. I hope that you're getting some value out of the content that I provide, and if so, please subscribe. It really helps out the channel. It looks very good to the YouTube algorithm, which means we can reach a wider audience and the channel will grow. So if you wouldn't mind, if you haven't already, please subscribe. All right, let's get right to it. First up, these wrenches from Gearwrench. This is the 90-tooth design. This is the 16-piece metric set. These are the regular combination wrenches with a ratcheting box end and a regular open end. The difference is these are the ones that have replaced the older 84-tooth in the lineup. Or actually, maybe those might have been 72-tooth if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but what they used to call the regular gear wrench, these have now replaced. So they've gone on to the 90-tooth. Warranties are replaced with these new ones. So bye-bye to the old style, in with the new style. These guys are now the in thing. These are on sale right now on the flyer, and when they are, they always go pretty quickly. So this is a regular item on the truck. This is a restock of the set that just sold. Next is the Milwaukee M12 band saw. There are a few different versions of this saw. This is the smaller of the two. This is the M12 one. It's nice and light, and the guy who bought it from me is a welder and fabricator, and I think he's going to use this one at home in his shop there. I don't think he's going to use this one at work because he doesn't fabricate a whole lot of work, but he does a lot of projects on the weekends and on the side, and he's always, it's kind of cool because he's always showing me things that he made, and it's fun to see what guys are able to crank out on their own. He'll even make things that he'll use at work. So whether or not he's doing it for a pay customer of his or something just for his own gratification or something that he's using at work, he's always busy doing stuff. Great welder. He has a lot of military experience. Oh, and in fact, if you look in some of the previous videos, he is the one that purchased a, what's it called? Wow. He purchased a thing. I can't remember what it's called. Click on the link up here. By the time I edit this video, I'll remember and I'll post the video. Whew, I can't remember. It's the inductive coil that you put on stuff to heat it up and loosen it up. Oh, you're screaming the name at me right now, aren't you? I know you are. I would be too. I cannot remember for the life of me what it's called. The mini ductor. That's what it is. He bought a mini ductor from me a while back. So I shot a video with him in the shop at the time. So check that out if you would. And we'll continue as I try to get my head screwed on straight. These 84-piece master Torx and hex bit sets from Gearwrench are incredibly popular. When they're on sale like they are now, they're like $228. The price did creep up a little bit, but it's still far less expensive than the comparable Blue Point kit from Snap-on. And somebody left a Matco flyer on my truck the other day. I'm glad they did because it gives me a chance to do some comparison shopping. And I love the opportunity to see what the other tool trucks are doing. They have a set that's half this size for about $100 more. Yep, check it out in the latest flyer. And this guy for, I think this maybe not quite half the size. I think it's 46 pieces they have. So 46 pieces for $100 more than this one. This one has 84 pieces. Everything's got a lifetime warranty. And when you compare to Blue Point and Matco's offering, the Gearwrench one is hands down, far and away, a better deal. This little Sunex kit is super popular. I think you've seen this on some other tool haul videos. It's a 38-piece driver and bit set. It has a bunch of Torx, hex, tamper-proof Torx, some Phillips, and slotted screwdriver bits, and a little 1/4-inch shank driver. Very, very popular. This thing never sticks around very long when it's back in stock. Oh! Ha-ha! Hold the phone, people. I forgot that I ordered this. Hang on. Oh, man, I got to open so many packages. All right. Hang on. Hold on. All right. Sorry for the earthquake there. Check out the YouTube channel of Ed the Old Tech Guy. Great personality, great guy, very smart, loves tools. And he had invited me to be on one of his live streams last week or the week before. And we were talking about tools in general, obviously. And someone else who was on the live stream asked if there is such a thing as a ratcheting adjustable wrench. And I did not know. So as we were talking on the live stream, I'm looking this up. And I found from my largest supplier this thing from Sunex. It has a ratcheting handle. You can see the joint there. And I'm not really sure how it works, but I was so intrigued by it, I figured I'd buy one and see if it's any good. And if so, how interesting is it to people? So I'm going to test this out. And I'll do a breakout video on it. I forgot that I ordered it. We were kind of wrapped up in a conversation, and I just kind of clicked around and put it on my next purchase order from my supplier. I'm dying to see how this thing works. So if a ratcheting adjustable wrench is something that you're interested in, there's this design, and then there's a few different types of designs, but I really like the quality of Sunex tools, and I didn't really trust any of the brands that I saw because I'm not really that familiar with them. But just picking this up, it feels nice and solid, and it looks like it's machined nicely, but I don't know. I'm gonna test this, see how it performs. Maybe send it around and see who else wants to give it a go and see if it's any good. If it's particularly interesting and good enough quality, we'll put it on the truck. But it was a really neat chance to see something brand new that I didn't even know existed until I started looking it up. So thanks, Ed, for asking. I appreciate that. Please check out his channel, Ed the Old Tech Guy. I'll put a link in the description below. Next. This is one of the protective boots for a Milwaukee impact gun. This is the guy that goes on the, I think, 1/2-inch mid-torque, if I'm not mistaken. Here's a repair that came back from Milwaukee. This is a broken headlamp. They just gave us a new one. Here's another Milwaukee repair. It was a die grinder that it started coming loose. The head started separating from the grip, and it looks like they repaired that one. Astro Pneumatic has a ton of good stuff, and this is one of them. This is their heavy-duty, long-handled riveter. Great for guys who are doing body work and need maybe some extra leverage. And it's not very expensive. I think that the Astro one here is probably less than most other brands. This is like just over 50 bucks. So, for what it is, it's a terrific value. Just understand that, you have some choices, but based on the guy's budget and his familiarity with the Astro brand, this is the one he asked me to get for him, so that's the one he's going to get. Oh, cool. Looks like these are off a back order. Gearwrench has what I'm gonna go ahead and say, at the risk of you telling me I'm wrong. Go ahead and tell me I'm wrong. Gearwrench has the best value in digital torque wrenches. I said it, and I'll stand by it, and here's why. Far less expensive than any of the tool trucks that I compete with, and it has more features than most of those because Mac, for example, you have to pay extra if you want the angle feature. Snap-on, I think it's also a different offering, I'm not sure, but their digital torque wrenches are at least twice the price as these here. And if there's a quality difference, I cannot tell you what it is because everyone who has purchased these from me has been very happy with them. I've never had a complaint. I don't think I've ever had even one come in for warranty or an after warranty repair. They're solid, they're reliable, and when you do a price comparison between these and the other guys, they're about half the price. And they're nice, they're elegant, they're in a new kind of package, they look good, and I think that, for the price, you can't beat them. And they're usually on back order. I just got a word of a promo from one of my suppliers that there's some dealer packs available. So I bought some. I believe there's some more coming in. And I know that that every time they're on the truck, they're gone. And guys ask me for these well in advance because they usually know that they're on back order. And to make sure they get on the list, they ask me for them as soon as they can. Here's a repaired Matco air ratchet. This is the one that we did in-house, and it should be pretty easy because the old one, the square drive, was broken. Well, that head assembly just pops out, right? The square drive it's all one unit that's attached to the selector in the back, and you just take off that snap ring there and you pop out the whole thing. Should be easy enough to pop a new one in, right? The operative word being should. What I didn't know was that there's two versions of this ratchet. One's a heavy-duty version. When I ordered the head kit for this one, they shipped the heavy-duty kit. The only difference is the heavy-duty version has one extra washer. Boy, I tell you, when I'm looking at the schematic for that one and trying to fit that washer on that head assembly, and I can't find exactly where it goes, and when it went where I thought it fit, the assembly wouldn't fit because the washer took up too much space. I couldn't get the snap ring in to hold the assembly in place. Man, oh man, I was frustrated with this thing for a couple of hours trying to figure this out. It's only when I looked at an online version of the manual for this and I saw the picture on the cover, and then I saw the part number on that versus the part number of what I ordered, did I realize there's a difference. And then I downloaded another schematic for the heavy-duty one, rather for the non-heavy duty ones one I have, and that one did not have that washer in it. So I'm like, golly, I spent so much time trying to figure that out. So I wish I shot a video on that. I got this in and started working on it prior to shooting videos for air tool repairs. It would have been a very interesting video to see because of that. And it shows that, as you well know, if you work on anything in your life, it always takes longer than you think, no matter how easy it is. Pop the head out, pop a new one in. What could go wrong, I said. Oh, that went wrong. So it was a learning curve for me, for sure. And, once I got through it, it was easy. But, man, getting there just took a long time. It would have been a good subject for a video. I'm kind of bummed out that I didn't have a chance to shoot it. There's a replacement 3/8 gear wrench for somebody. And this is a repaired torque wrench. I believe it's a snap-on, if I'm not mistaken. This one belongs to Cass Nichols from Speed Wrench Customs. Check out his channel. He's also the guy that I did a shop tour with and some toolbox tours, and we did a sit-down interview. He's been a good friend, great customer, and just a dynamite guy. And he and Robert Whitley, that I've also done some videos with, you can check them all out in the content section of my channel. These guys are terrific, upstanding guys. I love them a lot. And we just took care of this torque wrench for Cass, so he'll get that back pretty quick. And here is the indispensable tool to use when you want a promotion. I call it a promotion pad, but it's a kneeling pad. Oh. This guy's pretty popular. It's a good size for kneeling down on. It has some magnetic sections up there. I wouldn't go trusting those as much, but at least it's cut out so you can put screws and bolts and little things that might roll around. Very handy while you're kneeling down just to drop something in front of you in one of those recessed sections. And those are a really good item to have in stock all the time. And now you can watch me put stuff back in the box. That's not going in. We're keeping that out because we are going to play with that and have some fun with the ratcheting adjustable wrench. In this box, we have from K-Tool a magnetic glove box holder. Nothing much to say about it, but it's a pretty cool item to stick a box of gloves on the outside of your box or your cart, or the lid of your cart even. This is a cool little blowgun from Milton. There's no valve on this. You plug it in and it blows air, unplug it and it stops. Most paint and body guys have these so they can blow off cars that they've been sanding on, blow off their clothing when they're done in the dust. Handy little item. It's AC time, and when it's AC time and you gotta find leaks in your system, you gotta have a UV light. And if you want the dye to really show up, you need a pair of yellow glasses. This is a non-rechargeable light from Leak Finder with a pair of yellow lenses. There's these and rechargeable versions. I don't know why, but the guy didn't want the one I had on the truck, and I have a very similar one on the truck, but he's like, no, get this one for me. I'm like, well, okay. I don't know why he didn't want that one. He didn't really tell me. It's one of these things where you get something in your mind, and that's the one you want. Oh, that's the one you're going to get. So even though I showed him the one that I had, he's like, no, I'll just get this one for me. I'm like, all right. So I did. I got a bunch of loose miscellaneous individual sockets and some other things in here. But here's one cool thing. I don't know why this is popular. Maybe you can leave a comment for me to tell me why, if you find this kind of thing interesting. CRKT has this, what they call the eating tool. It's a spork with a multi-tool on it, wrench and bottle opener, and I don't know. Guys love this thing, and every time they put in a flyer, people start asking about it, and I start selling a ton of these things, and I honestly don't know why it's so popular. So if it's something that you're into or you find cool, please let me know. I think that anytime there's an opportunity to grow the product line a bit, maybe I'll make it a regular item. I don't know, but guys absolutely love that. Here's a set of quarter drive chrome swivel sockets from Gearwrench. This one goes 5, 4, 5. What's it go from and to? Come on, where are the sizes? I'm going to say 5 to 15, as most of their quarter drive sets do. This doesn't say on it. I don't know. 5 to 15, and I believe there's a 5.5 in there, or maybe it goes to 4 to 15. 4 or 5 to 15 with a 5.5 in here as well. And again, compare pricing on these guys to every other tool truck. And chrome swivels, for some bizarre reason, are stupid expensive on other trucks. I think that one is about $130 on my truck. Here's an extra temperature probe from Power Probe, and this goes to their temperature thermometer thing. This is an expansion probe. When you buy the thermometer base unit, there's one probe that comes with it. This is probe number 2, and that way you can look at 2 different locations simultaneously. From Lincoln, we have a grease injector. That's a needle tip under that red cover, and there's a connector that goes to your grease gun. Just gives you an easier way to precisely apply grease. especially to inaccessible joints, suspension components, seal bearings, stuff like that. So this gives you a level of convenience that you don't get if you just had a regular fitting on that. Here is one of the older versions of the Milwaukee ratchet. I think this was part of a promotional deal that they had. If I buy certain tools and they send me these too, and I can do special pricing on them or bundle deals or something like that. Very handy tool. I have nothing bad to say about this ratchet. I have nothing but great things to say about its predecessor, though, and rather its successor. This is the predecessor to the high-speed ratchet that is very popular right now. So the high-speed ratchets are the go-tos for most people, but for something like this, if I can do a promotion with that or do some special pricing on it, then guys will snap that right up. Here's a Streamlight US Stylus Pro USB that came back from warranty. Here's Lyle 45-degree disconnect pliers. Those are good for those stupid black fittings with the yellow buttons on them. They have to disconnect. They have these in 90-degree. I have a customer who asked for these specifically in the 45-degree. And he showed me the picture in the Mako flyer and said, hey, can you beat that deal? And I said, of course. That's a Lyle tool, even though it's branded for Mako, because Lyle manufactures and they put branding on lots of other companies' tools that buy from them. So I can usually do at least as good as the other companies can do on those. So I got those for him, and I'll do those for about a little bit less than the Mako price. I can't restock these things fast enough. This is the Coast XP 18R flashlight. Up to 3,650 lumens, over 1,000-foot range. It's dust resistant and storm or liquid resistant. It's got an IP54 rating on it. And they're very, very popular. If you want to see a complete breakdown and review on these lights and the other ones in the Coast XP series, check out this video where I do a complete review and I go down what's in the boxes. I go in depth in explaining what the IP rating means on all these. I don't think I went over pricing because the pricing fluctuates, but check it out. It's very informative because it goes over the other lights in this same lineup. If you want to take your mechanicking game to the next level, and who doesn't, then you're going to want to consider a Forma funnel. This is, I think it's an aluminum sheet clad in PVC, and you can form it around objects and stuff, and it's very handy to drain oil and other fluids that might otherwise drip all over parts of the vehicle that you're working on. They have this size. This is a general purpose size. There's also a really large size. They have one for aviation and one, I think, for farm and tractor. This size and the large size are the two that I carry all the time. And they always sell because they are, to use a phrase that the great chef Thomas Keller uses, it is a tool of refinement. And when you want to take your game to the next level, and you want to be neater, cleaner, more precise, save yourself some time, and introduce some efficiencies because you don't have to spend time cleaning up either the shop floor or your drain pans and whatnot, use this funnel because and you don't have to clean the inside of the car. You're going to save on solvents and brake clean and other cleaners too. So this will give you the ability to perform at a higher level with more precision and more efficiency than if you didn't have it. It's like, I don't know, $30 or something. And introducing these tools of refinement allow you to be that much better at your job. And this is definitely one of those things that it will translate into more money in your pocket. So that $30 you spent on this if that saves you a few minutes every car, that translates into maybe a new car every day, or every week it's a few new cars. The next thing you know, you're able to flag more hours because you're saving time on every car that you work on. And when you look at using your efficiencies that you gain with this and efficiencies that you gain in other areas by buying other tools that maybe help you work faster or better or whatever it is, or maybe you're more organized and you're not hunting around for tools so much, all those things add up so that you are many minutes more efficient with every car, which might mean that you can work on more cars every day, flag more hours, earn more money. That's part of the beauty of, I think, this industry is you have the opportunity every time to improve your game and get better and make more money. There's a brake caliper hanger set from Lyle. A few different companies make these. It really does. I mean, they're all the same. They're all just a heavy gauge steel hanger hook that you can use for lots of things, but they're made primarily for brake calipers. A new pen light from Coast. These are the HP3R pen lights. Same light that they've had for a long time, but now they're putting in a bite guard with them, that rubber thing on the end. People think it's a stand. I guess you can use it to stand if you want to, but its purpose is so that you can bite down on it. And if you're an old timer, you'll remember the bite rings that some companies used to put on their lights too. You can bite on it if you want, or buy a headlamp. I don't know. They do the same thing. That one's pretty convenient. It fits in your pocket when you're done with it. I'm a big fan of headlamps, though, just for that purpose. But, hey, if you want a pen light or a good inspection light, this is a terrific option. And if you want to use the bite guard on it, go right ahead. Here is a tool tote from Gearwrench. Oh, the box is sealed. All right, hold on. Let me unseal the box. I took it out of the box, but I won't take it out of the bag because this is going to a customer. This is nylon over a rigid shell, and it has pockets on the outside. Some have a flap, some are open. Has a shoulder strap, 16 inches wide, with a nice tubular steel handle. And the other side has some larger pockets on the outside. Just a terrific all-around tool bag. Very handy. And finally, the Jeepers Creeper plastic creeper from Lyle. That one's going to a customer next week. Brand new customer, in fact. This is his first purchase from me. So I love getting new guys on the truck and showing them what's what and showing them my catalog. And this guy was happy to throw some business at me right away. And I'm very grateful because guys in the shop kind of told him to, shop with me, and they get other tool trucks, but I'm very grateful that they give me the preference on that. In fact, one thing that really gratifies me is they have a tool voucher program where the guys in the shop each guy gets $100 every month in a voucher, and they can give that to whatever tool truck they're doing business with. And I am very grateful that every one of those guys gives me that voucher every month. And they get a Snap-on guy, a Cornwell guy, and a Mac guy. And to know that I get that kind of business from those guys means everything to me. And I'm very grateful for them. I'm certainly grateful for all my customers, but the fact that I'm their preferred tool guy means a lot. And I want to thank you too for watching, because without you tuning in and watching this channel and subscribing and liking the videos and leaving comments, the channel wouldn't grow. But it has been growing very nicely and steadily, since day one. And it's only getting larger and that much more reach. I want to thank a couple of other guys that have been very influential to me lately. Ed, the old tech guy, has been great. Check out Power Stroke Jude's channel. He's been terrific. They've invited me on some of their live streams in the past few weeks. I've had a great time getting to know them and other guys in their crew a little bit, and it's been a ball. A lot of laughs, a lot of great conversation around tools and other things. And sometimes they just free form it and they talk about whatever's on their mind, and these go on for a few hours. So if you have some time, check them out. They're a ton of fun. And I'm very happy to get to know them. And in fact, Ed, the old tech guy, and some of the guys on his last live stream, ordered a few things from me. So I have a couple things boxed up and ready to go. There's the boxes over there. Hang on, let me see if I can zoom in. That top box is going to a guy that he's getting a CRKT knife from me, and I threw in some freebies for him. The box in the middle there is going to Ed, the old tech guy. He's also getting a knife and some freebies, and that bottom box is just some outgoing. Whoa, that's close. Oh my God, you weren't expecting that, were you? No. Sorry I did that to you. I made you jump back a little, didn't I? Keeps you on your toes. That other box is just outgoing Milwaukee stuff. So do me a favor, keep watching the channel, because there's all kinds of cool things coming up, including some more air tool repair videos. We're going to branch out a little bit. I know we're going to be doing some more videos with Cass Nichols, Robert Whitley, and the stuff that they're working on and the plans they have for their business, which is always fun to follow guys who are opening up a new shop and see what they got cooking. And some more tools in the haul videos, of course. And I'm working on something. I'm not going to say what it is right now, but it's a special project that I know you're going to enjoy. If you like watching channels that do restorations and stuff, I've got something pretty cool on the burner right now. I've been shooting the video for a while. It's been a little slow going, but when I get it together, I'll make an announcement and you'll see it. So do me a favor and click down here now to subscribe so that you don't miss any of it. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, use a tool. Don't be one.